In this video, we'll be focusing on defense and a drill to improve all-around aspects of being a good defender. So, as you see, we have 6 cones here. The 2 tall cones are supposed to represent the feet of an offensive player. The 2 outer cones on both sides are supposed to represent where, as a defender, you want to break down and line up against the offensive player. When approaching the offensive player, you want to break down, get in a wide stance and low, with your stick upfield and facing up. And you want to have the offensive player splitting your body, so that he is in the middle of you. So this way you can direct him both ways and drop step both ways to stay with him. And the way you're facing is to force the offensive player out to the side of the field towards the sideline, and not towards the middle of the field. So you may think stepping up above the defender high like this will make it easier to force him out to the sideline. But really, you're just allowing him to run straight by you, downfield towards the goal, without having to try to get by you. So if he gets a step on you, it makes it very easy for him to seal and get completely in front of you. So if you were to throw a stick check, you would most likely have to come down on top of his head or shoulders, most likely drawing a penalty. And why we don't want to be squared up like this, facing the defender straight on, is because it allows him to go both sides. Why we want to be on the side of him is to force him one direction. It allows our defense to know where the slide needs to come from and where the 2 slides also going to come from. And why we don't want our stick facing downfield and in towards the middle is because when we're doing this and we're playing the player, it allows him to be able to roll back and get topside on us, which means he'll be able to get to the middle of the field and most likely get a better angled shot. When we do have our stick upfield, though, we do not want to have the head of the stick down low, because that means we have to bring it up. And most of the time when you do this and an offensive player makes a dodge, your stick is going to get tangled with his feet, and you'll most likely get a tripping penalty. We also do not want our stick straight up in the air, because when we throw a check, we're most likely going to end up coming down on his head, drawing a penalty as well. This drill, we're going to focus on the poke check and the slap check. So the poke check, when you're throwing it, you want the stick to be in both hands and sliding up towards the offensive player. What we don't want to do is take one hand off the stick and lunge. When we do this, it makes it very easy for the offensive player to run through the stick. Also, when you lunge, it allows the offensive player to get you off balance and go a different direction, which you won't be able to recover as easy to. Next is the slap check. Again, here you want both hands on the stick. And when you're doing this check, you want to bring your top hand out towards the defender and your bottom hand in. Again, we don't want to take one hand off the stick, because then it makes it very easy for the offensive player to run through our stick and get around us. Next, we want to see how to hold the stick. A lot of defensive players don't realize how they hold it. You want the face of the stick facing up, allowing you to scoop the ball easier after a check. If you hold your stick upside down, you can't scoop the ball like this. Or if you have it slightly sideways, you also can't scoop the ball like this. Why we want it up is because when we throw the check, we don't want to have to take that extra half second to flip our hands and then scoop the ball. It gives the offensive player time to check our arms and get the ball back. Alright, putting this all together, the drill we're going to be doing, you want to start about 7 to 10 yards away from the cones. As you run up, you want to break down, throw a check, drop step outwards to the outside of the field, and scoop a ball. If you want to make it a little more challenging and add one more skill to it, after you scoop the ball, you want to change hands, get the stick to the outside of your body, and then throw a pass in towards a goal or a bucket or any target. This will help improve your passing after scooping the ball and getting it out fast before an offensive player can check you.